I hope you're getting a sense of feeling like you're in a really, really good and special production, and that it is really quite amazing what you've all accomplished. So places. In the last couple of seasons, we had done Grease, and then we did Thoroughly Modern Millie, which was a big dance show. And we liked the idea of giving the kids a different experience. We thought it was an important piece of musical theater repertoire and more musically challenging.
This is tremendously difficult music, and it's very unforgiving and thorny, but at the same time that makes it really rewarding to get it right.
It's much more human, right, than what we think of when we think of fairy tales.
Here we go. So the first thing we do is try to get the music learned as much as possible. We were learning notes and learning parts and going through that and getting everybody hopefully fairly comfortable with the music that they had to sing.
I'm Emma Watkins. I'm a sophomore and I'm playing Cinderella. I've kind of tried, at least so far, to be in the theater as much as I can. And so getting this role was huge and so amazing.
You're Cinderella, you know, like just that in and of itself is like sort of overwhelming.
Being able to work with all the other people who are also really dedicated to it and getting to see everyone working really hard to make it really beautiful.
Some of these kids haven't had a lot of experience on stage, but are really stepping up and learning a lot of things about how to speak and how to move. And some other kids who are much more advanced are really being able to get into the nuances, discover new things about their characters and about their own capabilities as performers.
I'm Mason. I'm the prince, who's not so charming. Stephen Sondheim is a really challenging composer, so it's hard, but I think getting to work with familiar faces like Miss Green or Miss Bixby or Miss Sherman kind of help to ease the process of doing such a challenging show.
What I hope is that they have some sort of basis, some kind of language, some sort of introduction to what it is from a number of points of view about the process of the craft of theater making and acting and creating music and all of the elements that make theater unique in that it's so collaborative. You know, we have almost 100% student orchestra on this show.
This year in particular, more than any other year, we have more students than ever. We have close to about 20 students in the pit. We only hired one professional musician who will be coming in, so it's basically an all-student production.
The students that work with me help construct the show. They paint it and they learn about focusing lights and how the equipment all works in our theater. Teamwork would be the thing about a musical because there are so many pieces that you're relying on. In a musical, you have to collaborate on the orchestra pit. You have scenery that's got to move on and off as the scenes are changing in time with the music, and the sound obviously needs to be perfect.
My name is Allison Quigley, and I'm the assistant stage manager. The process has been hectic. I think at this point, the entire tech crew knows all the songs and all the words, so everyone's been doing their own thing trying to get this all to come together in time.
They're risk-taking. You gain tremendous respect for your peers. One of the things I think that's so cool about theater is that it's not for one kind of kid. It's the world of the coolest kid and the nerd, and they come together and they're friends. There's always a place for them in the theater.
There's a lot of things going on that really don't come into play until the very last week, or the very last couple of days, actually. So we're trying to plug all these pieces together before we're up there. It's a huge undertaking, but it always kind of comes together at the end. Everyone's excited for it.
These kids are doing so many other things. It's like, and then I'm asking them to learn a full role and know every note and know every step and know exactly where they're going and have like a really deep idea of who they are. And they're not doing it for 8 hours a day. You know, they're taking like AP Psych and AP US History and applying to college. You guys are just gonna have to do homework. Really make sure you know the lines better, the music better, the notes better.
I'm more nervous for it to be over, honestly. There'll be stage fright when I'm actually up there, but it's fun. It's so much fun.
We are definitely going to get there. It's going to take a lot of work between now and then, but I think everybody knows what they have to do and are very excited about doing it. And they're really very, very committed to what they're doing. And we have a terrific audience for everything we do here, which is wonderful.
I must leave you. The cool part about the musical is that unlike the other shows, it has a mixture of all classes in it. So I've done the musical now 4 years in a row. I've done musicals with some of these people 4 times, and a lot of the time that kind of builds onto itself and invites all of the grades to come and see it. And because it's such a collective experience, because it requires pit band, who are some of the most committed people in the entire show, and you never see them.
All the musicians playing down in the pit have already grown as musicians because there is so much involved with putting the whole thing together. I mean, the musicians know the script. They're watching my hand, hopefully. They're listening to one another, constantly tuning. They've put in so much, and they feel a really big sense of accomplishment.
It's not just putting on the performance. You're getting there, but you're also learning so much in the process.
And then what if you are what a prince would envision?
Instead of just showing me how to act or how to be a part of a production, it's taught me how to be a better part of my community. It's taught me to step outside my comfort zone. I think I honestly literally grew up in this theater. I've learned skills that are gonna follow me through the rest of my life.
The better to see you with, my dear.
Theater provides a unique experience for the community. This is such a celebration, and theater is such an amazing reflection of the heart and soul. There's something about that live experience that is just undying and really vital. It's been a tremendous achievement. I'm just really, really proud of what they've accomplished.
We are setting people up for opportunities to lead and to grow and to push themselves, and then when they get there to say, look what you have just done, because that's such a great feeling, and we can give them that in a way that is truly special and unique. We are setting people up for success.